Alright, anyways, let's start. Justice for all. Lost turnabout. How did I get into this mess?
That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title.
What a nightmare. I bet it was the ringtone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing off right before a trial starts anyway. Huh? It looks like they hung up. Good. Good. I finally found it. Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but... it's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. Ouch. My head, it's throbbing. What? And why does it feel so foggy in here?
Good morning.
Good morning?
What's wrong? You don't look well. People are...
Let me see, what's her voice?
People...
Can't be similar to somebody else's.
People are the best first thing in the morning. Where people
I can't think of a voice.
people first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit?
No.
People are the best at first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit?
Sorry, but can you please turn down the cheeriness? My head sort of hurts.
Roger that.
Am I in trouble or something?
Huh? Trouble?
Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? I thought maybe I had done something wrong.
What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble.
What?
I'm placing my life in your hands, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Life? In my hands?
You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty.
Not guilty?
Just when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other lawyers had laughed me off, leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save the day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what I'll never forget what you're doing for me, ever.
What is this girl blabbing about?
Actually, I really love want to watch the court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir.
Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here it goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you?
What? Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to a fragile heart of a girl about to go on trial? You're absolutely horrible.
No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that.
Is this how a defense attorney treats his clients, sir? I can't believe this.
No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person.
Yes,
Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank?
The trial will begin...
The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately?
The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you, okay? In there, okay?
I guess I must have amnesia. Let's see. What can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm a defense attorney. And that girl. I said I'd prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such an irresponsible promise. Someone please! Tell me this is just a bad dream! Why do I get the feeling this is one dream I won't be waking up from?
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bride.
The court is ready, Your Honor.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Are you talking to me?
Do you see any other defense attorneys here?
I guess not.
Now then, are you ready?
Well, technically, no. What if I said no? Would that be alright?
Of course it wouldn't.
Then why bother asking to begin with? Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory is kind of...
The court would not hear the defense's excuses. Because the defendant is a member of the police, this case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you before. I hope you're not telling me you've forgotten.
Actually, I have.
Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please.
Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you are well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer.
A policewoman? A policeman? You did what to a policeman?
It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and we weren't lovers like that.
In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant.
Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness.
It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie.
Okay. Who are you again?
The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand.
Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright.
Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Well, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective in the charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant, she works under me, so, you know.
You work under the detective?
Yes, sir. And while I was a trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He was such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me.
Okay, calm down. I believe you.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe the details of this murder.
Yes, sir. It happened at the park near headquarters, Exposed Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches from the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck.
The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday.
Yes. This autopsy report, correct?
Why do I not remember getting a copy? Well, we do have one. Time of death 9/6 at 6:28 p.m. Pretty accurate. Broken neck, body also was covered in bruises. Found near the victim's body, pieces of nearsighted lenses were found nearby. My all-important attorney's badge, the defense attorney. I found this in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means. How did it get? How it got there? Don't know how it got there. Nice. One park has no railing on the cliff. I think that it did have railings, actually.
I see. Everything is in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented.
Hey, I said that.
The victims watched from the impact of landing, sir. And the result of the autopsy confirmed the time of death.
If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph.
Very well. The court will accept it into evidence. Now then, I recall yesterday's preliminary hearing. It is a very important piece of evidence was brought to my attention.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I guess.
Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There's a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body.
Was there?
Have you lost your mind?
Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second.
What? How can you talk like such an amateur? I thought you were pro, sir. All right, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record.
Court record?
Yep, info and evidence of people involved in this case are listed in there, sir. You can look at the court record by touching the court record button. The court record.
The court record button? You really know what you're talking about, huh?
Hey, it's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
the court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later.
Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess I'd better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again, the court record button? Oh hey, there's profiles now. The client, the only thing I can recall is that she is a policewoman. The victim is a policeman. It seems that he was dating the defendant, Maggie Bride. The prosecutor in this case lacks presence, generally bad at getting his point across. Detective at the local precinct in charge of initial investigations. Okay.
All right, Mr. Wright. Let's see if your notes are in order. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body?
Glasses? That's simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses.
That's right.
The
The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held onto them as he fell.
Hey, why are you even giving me the evil eye?
Those glasses you're wearing.
Yes, this is my spare pair. But these glasses they found on the scene of the crime are not mine, I swear, sir.
You sure about that?
Look, it was just a coincidence that on the same day, I accidentally stepped on mine.
A coincidence, she says? Ugh.
Your Honor, I have further evidence to present.
Oh, you have more?
And this evidence is very decisive.
Very well. Let's hear from our witness about the evidence. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed off the bench area.
See, there are railings. If you look at it, those people are next to railings.
But he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant named Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she is the culprit.
This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor.
Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name is clearly written here.
The prosecution would like to submit this picture.
I understood. The court accepts it into evidence.
As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote your name clear as day on the ground.
But, I already told you, those glasses aren't mine.
And how do you explain his dying message?
It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Cross-examine?
This is it. I'm counting on you.
Sure, but what am I supposed to do?
What? This isn't like you at all. Normally, this is the part where you get in the witness's face.
Get in their face and do what?
I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to lend you a hand. The prosecution's witness all hide things from the court, which means they lie from time to time.
Lie?
But isn't
that detective your superior?
Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people will just remember things wrong.
Like that detective. He sort of looks like a scatterbrain.
It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question a witness, you have to find and expose their lies.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Talk about trial by fire. Here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, that should be alright.
There's something even more incriminating than the glasses on the victims.
About those glasses. Do you have any proof that those belong to my client?
The lenses are for nearsighted, yes, and are almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kind of like the ones she's wearing in her ID pal.
What should I do now? Hold it! Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this.
Yeah,
Do you have any more definitive proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses?
The dirt on the sand were any traces of fingerprints or anything like that.
So what you're saying, detective, is that you have nothing that proves those glasses are my client's.
Something like that.
What?
I see. So there's no proof.
Wow, that was amazing. I could totally feel it down in my gut.
During the date, the victim was pushed from the bench area.
Now, you're sure he was pushed and that's how he fell?
Yeah, pal. If you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. We'll continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. But he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed.
The culprit's name?
Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but...
Was the name that of my client?
I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir.
Are you absolutely certain?
Sorry, pal, but that's what he said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look at, it still says Maggie.
He's got a point.
Hey, hold on.
Huh?
Don't harm me. I know the picture says Maggie, but
Now that she mentions it, something does feel kind of off about this picture.
that's how you know you found a contradiction. Now, hurry up and present some evidence.
So that's what spawning a contradiction feels like. Maggie, they spelled the name wrong. He spelled the name wrong. You would think that his significant other would know how to spell a name. I'd better check the court records again.
With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit.
And you are certain that it was the victim who wrote the name on the ground?
There were scratches on his finger from a rough sand, and there were grains of sand stuck under the pointer fingernail. It certainly seems that the name was written by the victim himself.
That didn't go well. If the writer really was the victim, then we're in a lot of trouble.
Don't give up. Keep on fighting. Keep the fighting spirit going.
I'm glad you're all pumped up, but...
I really want to see your special moves, sir.
My what?
You always look so cool when you present your evidence.
present evidence? Oh, that present evidence. Actually, I was just thinking about that.
Yes, the Great Phoenix Wright is back. Oh, that's right.
Huh?
I heard that lately you can present not only evidence, but people's profile as well. It sure makes things a bit more complicated, so be careful, sir.
People's profiles, huh? Alright, let's give this another try. Alright, let's present. Let us present. Take care, Exy. Let us, right here, Maggie. And then we're looking at profiles.
Objection!
Objection!
What is it?
What? What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out, objection. And I yelled it at the top of my lungs. Finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush.
Detective Gumshoe. You talking to me, pal?
Please state the defendant's name for me.
What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright?
You'll see, this is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer the defendant's name, if you please.
Where is this ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is Maggie Bride.
I think someone needs to check the court records.
What? It says right there, it's Maggie Bride. Ah!
It looks like the bird caught the cat napping.
What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir.
As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name, Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie. That is a blatant contradiction of the facts.
Oh. Hey, how about that? I hadn't even noticed.
But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly.
May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to not have known her name.
No!
This is very true. Mr. Payne,
Yes, Your Honor.
are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers?
Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the police force.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court the relationship between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Officer Prince and Officer Blood had been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Maggie, I mean Officer Blood, had gotten Officer Prince a present.
It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I said no because she came to me to ask what she should get for him.
Oh, those two sound like they were close.
Nevertheless, the tragedy struck.
Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright.
Officer Prince and Officer Bright had been going out for a year for about half a year.
How do you know about this?
Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bright was a rookie, and at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off.
And they got close, I take it.
Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I had gone on that trip.
What is it?
Nothing, sir. Really. Anyway. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage.
Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her?
What? You saying a guy's gotta marry someone in the same age as himself, pal?
No, that's not what I meant at all.
Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know.
I think this fella has a way to go before marriage.
Mind your own business, pal. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir.
The day of the incident? You mean September 6th?
Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 p.m. that day. And since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit.
I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time.
That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you're such a cheerful old man.
Officer Bright, had gotten Officer Prince a present.
You seem to know a lot about the defendant.
Well, that's because I'm her boss, and I've gotta watch out for my subordinates.
But even what she was going to give as a present isn't going a bit too far?
Hey pal, watch what you say. I know everything that happens under me. If someone so much as scratches there.
I really don't need to know that much.
Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness.
I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant. That should not be the point of the discussion at this time.
Whoa, wait a second. What are you talking about? Why are we talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty. I should have you arrested.
I think the good detective is about done here.
It was something she had bought over 2 months ago.
Over 2 months ago?
Yep. She's a very considerate woman, pal.
So, what was this birthday present?
She got him a glove.
A single
glove? Why was she only give him one? Why would she only give him one?
Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove.
Oh, I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan.
A baseball glove, Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago.
Yeah,
Are you saying she bought the glove at a store that far in advance?
nah, nothing like that, pal.
Then what is it like?
She ordered it. It was custom made.
Custom made? The glove was custom made.
Yep, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made.
Your Honor, I really don't see how this glove is related to the case. This case.
Yes, it would seem that there is a little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think the glove is really relevant to this case?
Of course it's relevant. I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it is relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case.
Yes, bluffing to the max. Now this is the Wright I know. I'm so happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long you'd take. This is great.
Pressing people. Feels like I've done this before. As if I'm used to this. To squeeze information, even from the most tight-lipped people.
Very well. If you are that convinced, let's hear some more about the matter. Actually, I brought the glove with me today.
And?
Why didn't you say so earlier? Hurry and show the glove to the court. Well, I didn't think it had anything to do with the case. Anyway, this is it, sir. This rather yellow, isn't it?
Baseball glove added to the court records.
Officer Prince really liked the color yellow.
A birthday present from Maggie to the victim. It was custom made. And that's why you had to special order it?
Yep, that's right. That and one other reason.
I think this court has heard enough. It is clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other.
Yes, that is correct, Your Honor.
Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim?
I see your point, Your Honor. Detective Gumshoe, please tell the court a little more about the name on the ground.
Yes, sir. We first looked at the handwriting, sir. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. And there were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his hand.
That song always makes me think of Mega Man X4 for some reason. And I'll be playing the Professor Layton games at a later date, and then at some point we'll do the crossover. But no foreseen date as of yet.
Yes, a perfectly logical conclusion. Now, then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Thank you, Your Honor.
First, things looked into... we first looked into the handwriting.
But can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in sand?
This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country's actually pretty good. I believe it's time to get back to the real point.
Agreed, Your Honor. So, what was the result of the investigation?
Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting.
So, in the end, you couldn't confirm it.
Hey, don't look down on us. I told you, we're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows that you can't find out everything you want with scientific investigation. Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Me neither.
Nor I.
I've never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir.
Okay, so I made it up. Anyway, next, we checked the victim's pointer finger.
His pointer finger?
You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around in people's faces?
You don't tell me it bothers you.
And every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal.
In any case, the exam, the victim's index finger, correct?
Yeah, we figured there should be something of his finger if he had been writing in sand.
Thank you, cool, for the follow. Welcome to Lazy Crew. Feel free to do as the laziest do.
Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he had been writing in the sand. And the results? We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches.
Wait. Scratches on the sand on the victim's fingernail. And what does that prove?
Well, it proves that the victim. It proves that he did write the name with his own finger.
Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck under his nail.
I guess he's right.
And there's more. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground.
Scratches on his skin?
Yep, you can't see them with your naked eye, but they're there. That's incredible. Sure is. That's the power of scientific investigation. They're so small that we had to use a magnifying glass, like a really strong one. It's got that really scientific sounding name.
You mean a microscope?
Yeah, that's it. He used that one of those, and that's how we found them.
I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is.
From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his right hand.
Are you absolutely sure?
I believe in the power of science.
I wonder if my evidence is solid enough to counter with. Listening to this, you would think there was only one conclusion. That the name was definitely written by the victim.
But don't you think that would be really strange, sir?
How are you reading my mind?
If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present?
His present? What about it? His present. That is a right-handed glove. Wouldn't you need a left-handed glove? Unless he was left-handed, then you would have a right-handed glove. For baseball, anyway. Fingernail. Victim in his right hand.
Objection!
Okay. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, but I see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright.
But that's how baseball mitts work. I must have been on the wrong track. And this would then it has it written with his right hand. Everything with his right hand. Falling with his right hand. Birthday present from Maggie to the victim. It was made, custom made. Broken neck. Wouldn't breaking your neck instantly kill you? Like, how would you have any time to write anything?
Objection!
What? How is this wrong? Listening to this, you would think there's only one conclusion.
If Dustin really wrote the message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through the trouble to get him this present?
First, we looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger and found that there was sand under the victim's fingernail. And there were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote this name with his hand. He wrote this name with his hand. What do you want from me, game? I just subjected 2 things that would have been good. That should have been good. Profile, client, victim dating the defendant, charge of initial investigation. I'm gonna press everything again. Continue to determine handwriting, amateur. Agreed, Your Honor. Unfortunately, so in the end, you couldn't confirm it. I told you in a bunch of simpletons. Okay, I made it up. His pointer finger, you know, the one you're pointing with. Don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. In any case, yeah, I figured that something in his finger, it should have written it. And the results, I found that there was sand trapped under his fingernail. And what does that prove? Yeah, which explains, look, I guess he's right. And there's more. Scratches on his skin. Microscope, yeah, that's it. Can't believe this guy doesn't know about a microscope. Can confirm his right hand. Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science. I think because you would think going to a conclusion. The birthday present, Maggie. It's his victim. It's custom made. Photo. That is his right hand and pointer finger. Could it be this? Because I don't see the name in this, but... Picture. Now the victim found this piece of nearsighted. Time of death. Broke neck. Found this in my pocket. It was custom made. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. Fine. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. I don't see it. But don't you think it's really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present? And what about it? It has to do with his right hand, obviously, but... That's his right hand writing it there. And that's also his right hand writing it there. Victim's index finger. Gosh dang it. It's already presented this and this. The only thing I can think of is presenting this. And this would be really dumb. It's only because it's his index on his right hand. The victim wrote this name with his right hand. I don't see, I don't know. Nope. Okay, I need to save. Oops. See, I'm pretty sure I presented this already on this exact text. It should have worked, I would have thought, but... Objection! Okay, then maybe I just did it on the wrong spot.
Detective Gumshoe, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Could you tell the court what's special about this glove? What's special? Never really thought about it, but it's really yellow, and that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but that is only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special.
And what would that be?
It's very simple. The glove is made for a left-handed person.
Left-handed? Why, you're absolutely right. This glove is made to be worn on the right hand.
That's why it had to be custom made. I have never seen a bright yellow left-hander's glove for sale, have you?
No.
So, Detective, which hand did the victim use to write the name with again?
That's easy. Look, it's obvious from the picture that it was his... Wait a sec.
Don't forget that the victim was left-handed.
I object.
Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves.
There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim.
Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It is not possible for this name to be written by the victim himself. Then that means Maggie is...
No! It's not possible!
Mr. Payne!
Yes, Your Honor?
The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent.
No!
All right. You did it, Mr. Wright. I feel like I can breathe again.
It seems that we have reached the conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright.
Me, Your Honor? Thank you, sir.
See? You got complimented by the judge again. You were really good. That's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir.
Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire.
I will now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant Maggie Bride.
No, not yet! I mean, please give me a few more minutes, Your Honor.
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne?
The prosecution is not finished yet.
What do you mean?
We would like to call our next witness to the stand.
What?
What did this witness witness?
The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What more, he saw the very face of the culprit.
What the heck?
Order in the court. I believe a recess is in order. Afterwards, we will hear from this new witness.
I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I have to see what I can find out during this recess. I can't let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here.
Court is adjourned for recess.
To be continued. Really? It's already to be continued? That was quick. That was a quick break. We're going to take a break, guys. But thank you guys for joining me today. I do appreciate it very much. If you guys could do me a favor and continue to share the stream with as much as you can with people everywhere that you think might be interested. You could click that, retweet it, you can quote it, however you want to do it. You can share it on Twitter, on Facebook, and everything. And yeah, if you guys really enjoy it, I'd greatly enjoy you sharing the stream. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back in about 2 to 3 minutes. Enjoy.
Okay, let's continue.
Amnesia? I can't believe the lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir?
I'm sorry, I didn't mention it. I didn't mention it to you.
Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need.
No. I think I'll pass on this one.
Come on. I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems.
Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve problems first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things?
Of course. I'd be honored to.
Well, I guess we'll start with my name.
I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me.
No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright. What a weird name.
This is serious. You really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help.
This is a business card?
I got it from you as my most prized possession. You can borrow it now. But please give it back, okay?
Okay. There are some numbers written on the back.
Oh, that's your cell phone number.
I guess for now, we should stop talking about me. And start talking about this case.
This case?
Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know?
What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but...
Cell phone?
Yeah. Your eyes lit up when we talked about it in the detention center, sir.
Hurry up and tell me. This might be very important.
Okay, Roger. It was the day of the crime, just before 6. I picked up the lost cell phone, and while on a walk with Dustin... All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and give it back. Give this back.
I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did.
So where is the phone you found now?
I gave it to you yesterday.
Huh? To me? Is this that phone in my pocket? You mean this?
Do you think it has anything to do with the murder?
I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up...
You were here all along. You were here all along. You're so mean. I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check the courtroom, everyone had already left.
Now who the heck is this? Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl too.
Hey, good morning, Maggie. And good morning to you too, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Oh, what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right. It's Maya, and the rescue. It's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive super important evidence. Hey, here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring.
Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this? A list? It's about 20 people's name and phone numbers written on it.
It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. And it looks like these guys are up to no good.
No good? As in...
There's a group of con artists that the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group.
Why would a group of con artists pop up in the case like this?
Don't look at me.
And where did you find this list from in the first place?
What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
These numbers were in the memory of the phone Maggie found.
So that's where they're from.
You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Maya? Actually, my name, Mr. Wright, is...
Mr. Wright, recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return the courtroom immediately.
Huh? Oops. Guess you have about... Guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck.
I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't.
Come on, Nick. Better get a move on.
Yeah.
Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words.
What is it, Mr. Payne?
It's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked the court, he might be a little lenient on...
There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the next witness. A drifter by the name... who was taking a walk in the park the day of the murder. Please state your name and for the court witness.
Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something.
All right, go ahead.
Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk.
Did I?
But I will not stand for that. Now, you've tinted my court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Surely, I suppose it is something settled in Evil's death. Everything is on top of the most quality, great quality of nearly perfect, not unbeatable. The rigorous selection of the work as a walk-in as a...
Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I will be more careful from now on.
What is this guy, a human chatterbox?
I have to question him.
Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First class. Only need apply.
Glasses? You aren't wearing glasses.
That's enough. Your name, witness.
Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your powers of influence to keep young people down. I see how you work now. You old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Oh, man.
I forgive you. Right, I suppose I can tell you my name. My name is Richard Wellington, the drifter virtuoso, with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted you could call me a university student in transit.
Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were strolling through the park, correct?
It would appear you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a pubescent boy out on a walk with Mummy.
Anyway, please testify to the court what you saw during your walk through the park.
See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You...
What you witness will do, Mr. Wellington.
I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of a pretty defendant, the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was a banana that fell with the police officer.
That was certainly a decisive testimony.
Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said?
Yeah.
That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm?
That's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client.
You mean Maggie?
Yes, if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying.
You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright.
I'll find out the truth no matter how well you craft your lies.
I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation.
So you were at the park. So you were at the park all afternoon. You seem to have a lot of free time.
That was very rude of you. But then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name trashy university.
No name? Trashy?
Now, this might be hard for you to, for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country.
But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now.
Oh, please. Which university I go to will directly affect this very future of this country.
That's arrogant little snot.
I didn't remember the time that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m.
How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so...
Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you.
His arrogance is really intolerable. So what should I do now? Answer the question. How did you know what time it was?
Tisk, I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There's this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene.
Oh, so it is. Oh, so it is.
I look at the clock, and that's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole point is it was nonsense to follow it every code of chance by you watch. It's ridiculous, person. People are freely constrained on there.
And yet, again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about first-class waste of time.
In any case, all of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes.
How did you know he was a police officer?
You obviously have no idea how powerful. You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. An oddly shorted dude tied with a sheepily low-cutted and opposite surface, and I suppose it was also because he was wearing an officer's uniform.
Shouldn't that statement have come first?
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he figured out what I do?
Even I haven't figured that out yet.
Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady.
Are you sure you got a good look at her face?
Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In any case of humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you.
I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face?
That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request Mr. Wright not to use such loud voice during questioning.
Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court.
Then please don't make me have to raise my voice. Are you finished? I'd like to continue, if that's all right with you. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there.
Hold it!
So you're sure you are not mistaken? Please, you confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you're only a cheap imitation. There is no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake.
Of course, of course.
Of course.
Did you notice anything else of interest, witness?
The only other thing I saw was a banana that fell from the police officer.
Hold it!
The banana?
Well, it was actually more than one. More like a bunch of bananas.
Now that would be now what would a bunch of bananas be doing there?
And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's gotta be lying about the bananas.
He could be, but there's no reason for him to lie that there are bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie?
Well, maybe he thought he saw one thing and it was something else.
If he mistook something for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. If my client is innocent, there's no way he could have seen what he says he did.
Which means if we can somehow show he's lying.
How are you reading my mind? Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind. But I just wish I could remember who she is.
Is everything okay, Nick?
I'm starting to think that the blue text is more of them whispering rather than thinking, but... The only other thing I saw was a banana. Banana. Objection!
Objection!
Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the banana you saw right here.
Ah, so you knew about the banana too. Why didn't you say so earlier?
But don't think I can use this. But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me. And that's where you'd be wrong.
Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Isn't that the baseball glove?
Huh? But what? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... It's a... No! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. The witness loves bananas. Mr. Wellington loves large bananas.
I mean, the way he talks, yeah, he probably does love large bananas.
Nick? I hope you noticed that the icy glare we're getting from everyone in here.
What in the world do you mean?
I'll have you know, I like strawberries much better than bananas.
Oops.
Think it over one more time. Try it again, Mr. Wright.
The witness knows nothing about baseball. Mr. Wellington has never played baseball. That would explain why he didn't even know that was a glove. What a glove is.
Nick? Have you noticed the icy glare that everyone's giving you in here in the court?
But what in the world do you mean?
When I was in junior high, I was a star pitcher with fourth in line actually.
Oops.
Think it over one more time. And try again, Mr. Wright.
This witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes?
Why are you asking me that all of a sudden?
Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas.
No, I don't think so. Objection overruled.
You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're one of those people that is in gelato, and when you realize the other new possibilities, sure, it's because of the fact that, however, you feel far from the something you didn't, and you doubt you.
And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is.
You're both 20/20. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right?
Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then?
Because I lost them recently, you see. Of course. I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so I had to replace them.
And about when you witnessed the crime, were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness?
You are an unrelenting, evil man. You're one of those people that join the market and show the courageous people, the unrighteous people, and anything that goes burned into the...
Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at the time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness.
But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path.
Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, please continue with your testimony.
Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime.
The girl on the upper path, away from the girl on the upper path, ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. They must have had a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. The person was on the upper path you saw, and then ran away.
Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone with a superior brain like mine can understand that. The girl is the murderer.
You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright.
The girl on the path ran away as soon as she realized I was there.
She ran away. Just like that?
Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like a guilty bird she is, like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a pun was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education?
Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client?
The witness has already answered that question. He stated that the defendant is the culprit.
This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record.
How can I get more information out of him?
After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime.
Immediately? As in...
As in immediately, I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or did they not teach you that in your pitiful school?
Do you think people learn about how to call the police in college?
Hey, Nick, I think you should take a look at the court records for a second.
Tell me what to do, Maya. You're not the boss of me.
It must have been 6:45 when I made the call.
How do you know that time? What time it was?
The detective told me. You know which one I mean? The one with the jacket and makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school.
Hey, pal. I graduated from pretty good, top-ranked college.
I don't believe this.
It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I'm wrong, then the detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time.
What? Why you're just some lousy kid who...
I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how did the police respond?
They must have had a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes.
So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 p.m.?
They've got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at the time of day. But suddenly, people I knew, but suddenly, people I knew it. Why am I saying people? But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, caulking. It certainly says something about the morals of people in this country.
I can't find anything out of the ordinary in this testimony.
Why don't you take one more look at the court records?
Yeah, I guess I should. That's when I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Immediately? Wrote my number and cell on the back.
Con artist number Maggie found. Broken neck at 6:28. Check. Time on there says 6. Says 6 exact. I think. Almost 6 exact. He immediately called, but they got there at 6:45. So I either have to present it here or at the other one. Let me save first. I only have 2 lives left. It's one or the other.
Objection!
Objection!
Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this?
You mean the victim's autopsy report?
According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28.
So, what if it did?
You said you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap.
The witness was in shock at the time of witnessing the terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed.
Objection!
15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed.
Mr. Wellington,
Yes?
explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes?
Answer the question.
Telephone,
Spit it out.
I was searching for a phone booth.
A phone booth?
You mean you don't have a cell phone?
You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a matryoshka door. You must think I'm really something special.
Witness.
I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy?
You lost it?
Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings.
What? What are you saying, you first-rate... that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever considered the rational science of genius and playing with people like you?
Enough!
Oh man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone?
Nick, that cell phone could it be?
You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way.
Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now?
Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now?
What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone. I'll have you know. See, here it is.
Oh, I see.
Looks like he got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his.
Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay was called because was caused by his search for a phone booth.
Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that.
Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright?
There is something. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone.
How dare you?
You can't make outrageous claims like that. Do you have some sort of proof? You have some sort of proof, don't you?
Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think.
All right, let's get this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth.
The picture had a public phone booth in it, Your Honor. It's right in front of the thing. So... Take that!
It's quite simple.
It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this.
At the crime scene photo.
Is there a problem with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at something is wrong with you.
No.
It's a phone booth.
That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you?
Order!
What does reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense?
The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony.
Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness?
Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back.
But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there's no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway.
But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else?
Was he?
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing for those 15 minutes?
I have an idea. There's only one possible explanation.
All right, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Maybe I shouldn't have said that there was only one possibility.
Please present the court with one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away?
Because of the glasses. He lost his glasses or because he lost his glasses. Yeah. Take that! Take it!
Mr. Wellington.
Oh, what? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack.
These are your glasses, aren't they?
Where did you find...
I believe the court all heard that you just confessed to that these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body.
Under the victim's body?
Order! Order!
No. Wait a second. Hold on. I don't confess or confirm anything.
Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and search frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call.
Mr. Wright, are you indicating that the witness is as the real murderer?
Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing. I know I'm right. He is the real murderer.
Did you figure it out, Nick?
More or less. Turns out his cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot.
Yeah. This is so exciting watching you work again.
Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, his accusation he accuses the witness of being the murderer.
Yeah. That's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer.
In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer.
Why, that's easy. For example, the name the victim wrote. What about that?
Oh, you mean the name Maggie?
Yeah. Even an idiot like you can read that, right?
But we already know that this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed.
In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground.
But wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone that the defendant knew? Otherwise, who else would the person know her name was Maggie or Maggie?
That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Wright before this trial.
I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie beforehand? It would be best if I prove that the witness had a chance to learn the defendant's name was Maggie.
Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name?
Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct?
So what if I didn't?
When you realized you had lost it, what did you do?
What did I do?
Didn't you try and find it by calling it? Why, you... How could you?
Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with...
Overruled. Miss Wright, where were you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness' cell phone and the murder?
I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bride picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone.
Hello? Thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this you? Yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up, and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie.
That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. But you made one fatal mistake.
Fatal mistake?
My client's name is Maggie, but the name was written on the ground was Maggie. This is a mistake that could only occur if you knew what her, if all you knew was how her name sounded.
Order!
But Your Honor, the witness has no motive.
And your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. The person usually would not kill someone without reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive.
Mr. Wright,
Your Honor,
can you explain the motive this witness could have had?
very simple, Your Honor.
Are you sure, Nick?
If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right?
Yeah, but...
Now then, please present the court proof that the witness had a motive.
I'm gonna say this list of con artists on the phone that Maggie found. Take that! Take that! I was hoping I could go a little bit farther, but yeah. Take that! Mr. Wellington's motive is right here.
What is this? A list?
These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of... These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone of the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group.
You looked up all those numbers?
Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist group.
What? Con artists?
Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington?
This is an outrage! An invasion of privacy! Looking up the numbers of phone numbers of a person's phone is worse crime than murder! You're marking other comments and really most of your alternatives and making them the goddess!
I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about.
You think you have any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me?
Your Honor, this unjust badgering of a witness.
Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have a group of carnages on his phone?
Isn't it obvious? The witness is looking into the group, a victim of that group, a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group.
No!
All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill.
No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
I
got you now.
the police officer.
Your Honor,
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is unjust badgering of the witness.
You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago.
Please, let's think about the content of the phone call.
Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up, and I can give this back.
The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bride to get his phone back.
How do you know that that's what was actually said? Other than Miss Wright saying it, like I don't.
Oh, why? Why then would he need to kill anyone?
That is a very valid point. What does the defense think about this?
If you think about it logically, then that it makes sense.
Maybe we should think outside the box.
Yeah, if we think like that, let's see. Maybe the slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
But he was promised his phone. Why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant?
I think he must have been seen something that he didn't agree with him when he got there.
Well, then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that he didn't agree with the witness?
Or the cop.
Take that!
What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim.
The victim? You mean Dustin Prince?
Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform.
Oh,
The girl that picked up my phone is with the policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone. If you do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might do a check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible they had run a check on the phone.
And he went into a panic. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform.
Mr. Payne, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking.
It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are...
Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What is that supposed to mean? The evidence! Evidence! We're waving around a suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number. There's suspicious con guard group that they're all on that phone.
But who says that phone is really mine? Where is your proof, your evidence?
You want proof that this is your phone?
I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I already found it. You have even the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton.
What?
It feels good to see you squirm. We do seem to have a problem in our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence.
Your Honor. This is bad. I can't let him turn the tables like this. The cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's got to be... maybe... fingerprints on the phone? The phone stored numbers? Fingerprints on the phone. Stored numbers. He could have easily deleted them. I got it. We should check for fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on his phone. This phone.
Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off.
What?
You said there was sand all over it, so...
Wiped it? I wiped it?
Pretty thoroughly, too. It's so much fun watching a third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves.
He's made a complete recovery.
How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see.
Oh, and instantly you can't check the numbers stored in this phone.
It must have been glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared.
You've got to be joking. He erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence?
Mr. Wellington, what is it?
By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you.
Where did you finally find your phone?
Oh, you're too much. Of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Oh my... I remember! Looks like they hung up.
Ah, good. I finally found it.
So that's when...
What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes? Dick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if you don't do something quick, we're going to get off scot-free. He's going to get off scot-free.
I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that?
Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up a penny short.
Where did I go wrong?
Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out yet. Yourself yet.
Who am I?
The court hereby concludes the cross-examination.
If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town.
Thank you for your assistance. You've had a stressful day. So please, bon appetit.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that?
Hold it!
There's an objection. Please wait, Your Honor.
All right, Nick.
I think I may be able to prove it.
Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright?
Everything.
Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more inane questions.
You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright?
Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney.
Please, Your Honor.
Very well. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court.
I only get one shot at this.
If you cannot prove everything, it's over. For your client and for you. Do you fully understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended.
Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence.
Oh,
Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance.
It all comes down to this. It's go time.
Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything.
My phone number. If you call my phone, he's the one that's gonna have it. I think. Yeah, my phone number's on the back. Take that!
Why, thank you, how nice. Here, please, have one of mine. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't time to exchange business cards.
In Japan, it is a polite gesture to exchange business cards with one another. Just so you guys know. When somebody gives you a business card, you return that business card. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Your Honor,
there is something very important on that card. And that is the back of the card, the name of the card. The back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back.
You wrote your cell phone number on the back,
But that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone?
Huh? Oh, right now? But court is still in session.
It's okay. You'll see.
Okay, if you say so.
The defense is preparing something, Mr. Wright.
We're going to call my cell phone right now. And then the court will see everything for what it is.
What an idiotic, stupid thing to... What? Why is my phone... What is it with this stupid sounding ringtone?
Mr. Wellington. How strange. I could have almost swear that you're holding my phone.
You're...
No. It can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one.
So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington.
He is a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he became paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments.
Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding.
It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally.
Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne?
He was arrested and was taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bride, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Neat girl, thank you for the hosts. And how are you? Good to see you.
I knew the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me.
Huh?
My whole life, I've been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? If it can't be that bad, can it? since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit with all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced over every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toes. My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters.
That is, pretty bad.
Up until now, up until I went to college, I was known as a goddess of misfortune. But then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help.
And that's right. That's right. You were talking about this earlier.
It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything was my fault. Dustin's death, your head being all messed up.
Well, I don't think my head is all that messed up yet.
I'm going to find a new life for myself, starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll be sure to have found the whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir.
Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name.
You bet. I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay. Good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourself, too.
What a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still fuzzy.
But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office.
I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you?
What? I thought you said you got your memory back.
At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who is easily swayed by other people's opinion, but in the end he always comes with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else? And this girl, Maya? You
finally remembered.
This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example...
Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me.
Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Oh? Well, I'm back now. So it's time for us to create new memories together.
Alright, sounds good. all the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning.
Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint.
Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. And that story began one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. The Lost Tune Bout. The end. Let's see. What time is it? It is 2 o'clock. Been streaming. We won't have enough time to finish the next case, so I think we will be ending stream here. If by chance I decide to stream again later, I'll probably be playing the Turing test to finish that up. But that is going to be calling my stream for the day. But let's have a little preview of the next chapter. Reunion and turnabout. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Annie?
I finally get to see you again, and
No, it's not your fault. You didn't do it.
no, I did it. I killed that person.
That wasn't you.
It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me.
I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon had started this whole mess. Keeps playing through my mind.